Hi and welcome to Great Getaways. On today's show, we're going to take you to Michigan's Upper Peninsula and the small village of Curtis. It's just a small resort town that's surrounded by a lot of big waters, and we're going to be getting out, doing a little bit of fishing, and we're also going downtown to learn about the people and the culture. Great little spot to bring the family or just come up and do some fishing. And I'm getting back to it right now. Oh, nice cast.
Production of Great Getaways is made possible by Rocky's Great Outdoors. Located in Burton, Michigan, Rocky's carries a complete line of motorcycle, snowmobile, camping, and hiking gear, including canoes and kayaks. State Building Company, serving mid-Michigan for over 50 years, with quality windows, insulation, roofing, and siding, including complete residential and commercial remodeling. Forward Corporation, operating over 30 complete convenience centers, motels, and restaurants across Northeast Michigan.
Nestled between Manistique lakes, we found the small town of Curtis to be warm and welcoming. It's approximately 65 miles west of the Mackinac Bridge in the Upper Peninsula. And we visited there because an old friend told us Curtis is a place in the UP that most people have never been to and don't know much about. So it won't hurt us to go to Curtis. Join us today as we fish, hike, and make new friends in the Curtis area.
Just thought it'd take some time, come downtown in the little town of Curtis, just kind of walk around a little bit, acclimate myself to the area. Now, as I come through town, I notice one of the things is there's motels, there's resorts all over the place, plenty of restaurants. This is a great place to bring the family to. We've got, just over the side here, we've got the South Lake. If you follow this little creek that I'm passing over right now, you go into the North Lake. So there's plenty of water out here, plenty of fishing, plenty of family fun. Great little resort town.
Whether you come to Curtis with your family or as a couple, you'll enjoy the relaxing and fun atmosphere. It's a small town, but with a collective big heart. Visitors will find a number of lodging options, restaurants, taverns, and recreational rental facilities. One of our favorite things about visiting Michigan's Upper Peninsula is the choice of restaurants featuring home cooking. Generous portions and mouth-watering local specialties are always on the menu. There's shopping too, especially if you want to pick up a unique gift or postcard or antique to add to the memories of your vacation. Be sure to stop in when you're not out fishing on the lakes.
Now we've been talking to Nick. She's the owner of Nick's Bait Shop here, and she told us to come on in and she'll give us all kinds of information on the best ways to fish this lake. So we're going in there now, we're going to talk to her, we're going to find out all about it. Hi, you must be Nick.
I am.
It's good to meet you. We talked to you on the phone. You said this was the place to come in here and find out information about fishing, get fishing tackle, and we wanted to learn a little bit about the big lake out here.
Yes, this is some of the best fishing in the UP. I'm Mick with Mick's Bait, and we'll do our best to show you where the fish are and what's going on.
Okay, well, what kind of fish we got out here?
We got walleye, we got pike, we got perch. In the South Lake, there's muskies. There's also a few sturgeon out there that you can see if you're lucky. There's bluegills. So
it's a good variety.
There's a good variety of fish.
Now, the big lake, is it big? It sounds like it is.
A little over 10,000 acres.
Oh, that's a good sized lake then.
It's the second largest inland lake in the state of Michigan.
Okay.
Houghton Lake being the first, so.
Now, the lake itself, is it deep? Is it shallow? What are we going to run into out there?
It averages about 15 to 18 feet.
Okay.
Real loamy, sandy bottoms. There are some vegetation spots. There's a few bars out there. But it's basically just a nice lake to fish for walleye.
Now, should anybody coming up here probably want a map? Is a map, do you have them available?
Maps are available, yes.
Okay, and probably a good thing to have. Now, if somebody come in and was looking for where to fish at, you could possibly show them on these maps?
You bet, you bet. We can show them where they're at. I've even got photos of the maps here at the shop like that, so I can show you right where you're at and your position in real time, so.
Okay, now how about helping them with the right tackle?
Oh, you bet, you bet.
I imagine that a lot of people coming in here and you know a lot about the lake, you can set them up with just the right stuff. What is some of the stuff that people like to use out here?
Well, they like to use minnows, they like to use leeches, crawlers, waxworms for bluegills. We've got rapellas, we've got meps, jig heads. We paint our own custom jig heads here. We do our own bottom bouncers here. We do our own perch rigs here. Anything that I can make in-house like that we do, so that the customer gets a custom job, so that if they want a certain size, we can produce that for them.
Okay, well it sounds like I've got a lot to learn here, so I'm going to go over some of this stuff with Mick, and then we're going to get you out fishing.
Among the attractions near Curtis are the big springs named Kitch-iti-kipi. According to legend, Kitch-iti-kipi was supposedly a young chieftain whose girlfriend got the best of him, and he went to his death in the icy waters of the springs in an attempt to please his lady love. The big spring is 200 feet across and 40 feet deep. Over 10,000 gallons a minute gush from many fissures in underlying limestone. This crystal clear attraction is absolutely amazing and mysterious. A self-operated observation raft guides visitors to vantage points overlooking fascinating underwater features and fantasies. Ancient tree trunks, mineral-encrusted branches, and fat trout appear to be suspended in nothingness as they slip through crystal waters far below. Since the waters are a constant 45 degrees, you can visit the springs any time of the year. The park is open from May through September, but you can reach it on skis or snowshoes during the winter. Curtis is in the center of the Manistique Lakes, where you can enjoy swimming, wading, floating on your raft, or our favorite, fishing. Surrounded by wildlife and wilderness, the freshwater inland lakes of North Manistique Lake, known as Round Lake by the locals, Big Manistique Lake, and South Manistique Lake offer an unparalleled experience. You can spend a day on the lakes and catch a whole lot of fish with very little, if any, fishing pressure. The many public access sites on all three lakes make for easy access. One reason we really enjoy fishing Big Manistique Lake is taking a small boat out for some of the best fishing in the Upper Peninsula.
Any fish better than no fish.
We're here on Big Manistique Lake. We got a beautiful fall morning out here. Boats all around us right now. We're up in about 9 feet of water, and most people are out here catching perch. Although there are pike and walleye and things that will hang around these areas too. Most everybody's out here with minnows and crawlers and just picking up some of these beautiful perch that they have here. We've been told that people have been catching a lot of them the last few days, and we hope to get in on some of it. We've had quite a few bite-offs already. They're stealing our minnows, they're stealing our crawlers. We're going to figure this out soon, and we're going to catch ourselves some fish.
When fishing for perch, good schools of them are often located around the islands. Big Manistique Lake does not have any spots deeper than 20 feet. The walleyes can be found just about anywhere on the lake, and with a change of only 5 feet in depth or of bottom composition, the pools are likely to hold the fish. Seasoned anglers will wet a few different rappels and work the spots. There are 18 to 14 feet just outside a weed bed.
Yep. Nah. We're just trolling here. We're kind of out on our own, and we thought, we're going to give some stuff some try that we know about. And we're kind of zigzagging up and down the shoreline, and there's some drop-offs. And I want to get this guy unhooked. Nice pike though, good fighter.
Many prefer to use a harness over stick baits or jigs. Whatever your choice of bait and tackle, catching them is fun.
About 14. Nice guy. Fun.
Though we were not out for the walleye today, Big Manistique Lake is listed as a must-fish lake for those angling for them.
Yeah, probably just getting right about legal, but and they make some good eaters, but we haven't got time to cook them up tonight, so this baby's going back.
The lake bottom has lots of rock and cobble that provide an ideal spawning habitat for walleyes. The walleyes here are slow growing for the most part, and though there are several private organizations and individuals that make small plants in the lake, for the most part it is natural reproduction that populates the walleye.
Well, we got something going here. That's a small pike, just a small pike.
They're catching fish.
Yep. And they're easy to get off. They do it themselves. We've done pretty good over in this spot. And we're not catching big fish, but we're starting to get a little bit of action here, and you can't beat coming out here. You come out here to catch fish, and you want to catch fish, and that's what we're doing.
Many anglers like to drift or troll slowly with a bottom bouncer and half a crawler that is likely to interest walleyes and the jumbo perch the lake is known for.
Oh, darn.
Gone, huh?
Yep.
Michigan's Great Lakes provide great fishing, but if you do not live near one or have the type of vessel you're comfortable taking out on the big lakes, fishing the inland lakes is the answer for most anglers. While fishing Big Manistique Lake is great, you can also head for South Manistique, just south of Curtis. It's a great place for kids to angle for panfish, and it is ADA accessible. So why tackle the big Great Lakes when you can catch your limit and really enjoy non-pressure fishing on Manistique Lakes? Not far from Curtis, on the shores of Lake Michigan, is a Michigan Historic Site and a Michigan Historic Site National Historic Landmark.
First thing everyone asks is how do you say this? And most people say sole choice, because that's what it looks like when it's spelled out. It's Sichuan, it means only choice, and it's French.
Okay, I assumed it must have been French. Only choice. Why the name there?
Because of the first French trappers and traders that started coming this way from Mackinac Island. When you're out in Lake Michigan and you see a big storm blowing this way from the Green Bay, this is your only choice. You come into this harbor bay area here and you know you're going to be safe.
Visitors and workers at the lighthouse complex have reported strange happenings there. Many believe that a lighthouse keeper is still at work. The tower is surmounted by a 10-sided cast iron lantern that originally held a third-order Fresnel lens manufactured by Lepaute of Paris. The lantern is now fitted with a modern airport beacon lens.
People can climb the tower?
Oh yes, yes. It's a $2 fee to go into the house to see the whole house and to climb the tower. There's 96 steps climbing the tower. It's a pretty easy climb. And you can, on a clear day, you can see to the Beaver Islands.
When up in the lighthouse, you can easily see why this light was needed. A huge limestone shoal reaches out from the shore and cuts through the clear water to almost 100 yards from shore. There, waves are breaking, their white foam outlining the shallowest parts of the reef. The shoal, plus the landmass of the point itself, which slopes down into the waters of Lake Michigan for nearly 3 miles, adds up to a very dangerous area for navigators. You can take the path down to the shore and see the danger up close. The lighthouse grounds are well maintained, with long expanses of grass stretching out to meet the neatly trimmed cedars and pines that dot the lawn. The museum is open from Memorial Day through mid-October, 7 days a week, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Manilac Resort promises every view is a postcard. We found that to be true, and we were treated like kings.
Well, John, we're staying here at the Manilac Resort, which is your resort. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, I got 13 lakefront cabins, sit on 637 feet of lake frontage.
Wow.
They're 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and I have 2 places that'll sleep 8. And they vary in price from anywhere from $750 to $1,050 a week in the summertime, and then in the wintertime it's a little bit cheaper than that. Off-season prices stuff.
What are some of the amenities that you have here?
They all have fully equipped kitchens, full bath, tub and shower units. We supply all your bed linens and towels, all your paper products, trash bags, dish soap, and all your bed and bath linens. So basically when you come, all you got to do is bring your clothes and your boat and your fishing gear and enjoy.
And you're ready to go.
And you're ready to go.
Now, what about boats? What if somebody doesn't have a boat? Do they have boats here?
You get a 14-foot rowboat with each rental.
Okay.
And then I also have motors that I rent for the rowboats, and I also have pontoon boats that I rent out, either by the day or by the week. So it just depends on what you would like to do.
Okay, yeah, if you got a lot of kids with you, a pontoon would make it nice going out there.
It would be nice, yep. You can go out and jump off of it and swim and use it for fishing and all that, so.
Okay, well, it's a great place. I know we got here in the fall, and we've got beautiful color.
Yes, it's gorgeous in the fall. It's just hard to pick what time in the fall you come, because you never know when the colors are going to be beautiful.
Yeah, a little early this year.
Yeah, a little early, but they really come on this last week. So another week or two, and they'll be full blossom, and that'll be about it.
John, what about reservations? Should people make reservations before they come up here?
Yes, you should make reservations before you come up, because you just drive up and you're going to 90% of the time you're going to be pretty much out of luck, unless it's in, you know, September, October. Then most of the places have openings and stuff. But it's just better to make your reservations ahead of time. Then you know what you're getting and everything else.
I'll tell you what, John, when we were getting ready to go out fishing, you made sure we had everything. Do you need a map? Do you need crawler? What do you need to go out there with? And you were right there and you were helpful. Are you this helpful with everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody that comes to Manilac Resort, I treat them like they're kings, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay, so you can come up here, bring the family, have a great time, do some fishing, have some fun, and enjoy.
A 20-minute drive northeast of Curtis will find you at the Seney National Wildlife Refuge. When arriving at the Refuge Center, a stop in the informative Visitor Center should come first. The volunteers who staff the center will answer questions and share a lot of useful information. The lifelike exhibits invite you to take a closer look at the habitats, and a video will introduce you to the reptiles, mammals, fish, and birds that have been documented on the refuge. After exploring the center, we headed out to the Pine Ridge hiking trail that covers some of the marshes, swamps, bogs, and grasslands in search of some of the 200 species of birds, including swans and sandhill cranes. A camera and binoculars will make your tour all the more interesting as you get close to and discover the true denizens of the Upper Peninsula. What better way is there to enjoy the natural, beautiful, unspoiled outdoor areas surrounding Curtis than to take a hike? We enjoyed the pathways around the Erickson Center for the Arts. Part of the mission of the center is to enrich the mind, body, and spirit of its visitors, and the beautiful trails provide pleasant exercise as well as time to reflect.
There are different loops they can take. They don't have to do the whole thing, they just do part of it.
Yeah, you can walk the outside loop, you can walk the inside loop, or you can connect them all together again and do a little over a mile.
Cool, good.
The towering trees are in no danger of being felled by the woodsman's axe, as these trails are on property that has been secured for the perpetual use of the residents of and visitors to Curtis.
Tom, what are people going to see when they come out here on the trail?
Well, it depends on the time of the year. Of course, early summer, late spring, you're going to see all these wildflowers. It won't be too long before these raspberries come out. There is some wildlife out here. There's deer that run around out here quite often. I've seen a couple of fox out here from time to time.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's a mixed hardwoods, so you got all kinds of maples and beech trees and quite a variety of hardwoods out here.
Some pretty big ones, too.
Some big ones.
A couple of good-sized trees out here. So, and one thing I might want to mention is you're going by these raspberries.
Yeah.
Is it what you call them? Okay, they do have little pickers on them, and believe me, if you get your legs into those, you're going to know it. So, I'm not saying you should wear long pants, I'm just saying if you don't, be prepared for that.
A truly great getaway is one where you can put your life on hold, away from stresses at home and work. In these woods, we found we could stop thinking and start sensing the sights and sounds around us. This is a gentle trail where you're encouraged to identify the trees in the woods and the wildflowers along the path.
These are the trilliums that are out here, which they're actually a protected species, aren't they?
They are a protected species. There's quite a few of them out here, but you're not supposed to pick them or pull them or try to transplant them. But they sure are beautiful to look at in the summer or in the spring when they're out.
Now they're mainly, I didn't realize that that it was only a spring. I kind of thought they'd be here in the summer too, but they're not. They're actually starting to lose a flower on it.
Yeah, the flowers come and then they fade pretty quickly.
Okay.
We're kind of catching the tail end of them now.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Get out here in the spring though, you can get these in full bloom, and it's beautiful, beautiful. Remember, they are protected. Don't pick them, don't touch them, don't step on them.
There are at least 8 different species of trillium in Michigan. 4 are rare and are assigned threatened or endangered protected status here. Instead of picking them, take a picture and share it on our Pinterest board. We enjoyed our leisurely walk, the warmth of the day, and the pleasurable feeling you have after spending time in the out of doors. An hour northeast of Curtis is one of the Upper Peninsula's most recognized attractions. You may have seen pictures and YouTube video, but nothing surpasses visiting them in person. One of the largest waterfalls east of the Mississippi, the Upper Falls has a drop of nearly 50 feet and is more than 200 feet across. 4 miles downstream is the Lower Falls, a series of 5 smaller falls cascading around an island. The color of the breathtaking falls has been described as the color of tiger's eye, a root beer float, coppery and foamy. The tannin-tinged waters and the sheer power of the falls are worth the drive. The autumn colors around the falls and up and down the Tahquamenon River are spectacular. When you're at the Lower Falls, be sure to take the rowboat trip to the island. They may not be as spectacular as the Upper Falls, but they create their own masterpiece of quiet cascades over the rocks surrounding the island. Tahquamenon Falls. Visit all seasons of the year, or in Michigan, one of our 2 seasons, for a completely different experience. Northwest of Curtis, the National Park Service welcomes you to Pictured Rocks, where you have the opportunity to explore miles of pristine beaches, hike more than 100 miles of trails, and experience the serenity of the northern hardwood forest. The sandstone cliffs, beaches, sand dunes, waterfalls, lakes, forest, and shoreline are a mosaic of colors, textures, and sights. The lakeshore hugs the Lake Superior shoreline for more than 40 miles. You can experience their majesty from the water or hiking in from the top. Aptly named to be sure, experience the Pictured Rocks while enjoying your stay in Curtis. The Waterfront Gallery and Gifts at the Erickson Center for the Arts allows local artists to create and sell their products. It's worth a look. The Erickson Center for the Arts is located just west of downtown Curtis at Sawaquato and Main Street. The founders of the center included in their values creativity, diversity, and excellence. The beautiful center complements those values inside and out. We were in awe of all of the mediums used in the center, from creative photography to original paintings and more. People from around the world, students and families, have all taken advantage of the incredible new building that overlooks South Manistique Lake, with a park, band shelter, large landscaped grounds, walking trails, and the Helen Newberry Joy Hospital Wellness Center on site. It's easy to become completely absorbed in the sense of history that you'll encounter in this unique place. Its location on the northern tip of Lake Michigan provides views that alone justify the trip that's just a little more than an hour from Curtis. It's located between Escanaba and Manistique, 17 miles south of US 2 in Fayette Historic State Park. The Ghost Town at Fayette State Park is an outstanding collection of 20 original buildings. Since many of the buildings are fully intact, you get a real glimpse of the industrial past of the town. You should spend a full day, and probably more, exploring all the homes, businesses, industrial buildings that have been left behind. 5 miles of hiking trails wind throughout the historic town site and through beech and maple hardwood forests. The town, the trails, campsites, and great picnicking area make Fayette State Park one of Michigan's treasures. If you would like to learn more about Curtis and the Manistique Lakes area after watching today's show, order a free information packet from the contact information on your screen. Use our travel planner for your own great getaway to Curtis and all the nearby attractions. Our photo gallery will give you a closer look at the places we visited, and be sure to like and share our Facebook page and Pinterest and Twitter accounts often. Your online adventure will be just the start of your next great getaway.
Production of Great Getaways is made possible by Rocky's Great Outdoors. Located in Burton, Michigan, Rocky's carries a complete line of motorcycles, snowmobile, camping, and hiking gear, including canoes and kayaks. State Building Company, serving Mid-Michigan for over 50 years, with quality windows, insulation, roofing, and siding, including complete residential and commercial remodeling. Forward Corporation, operating over 30 complete convenience centers, motels, and restaurants across Northeast Michigan.